Hey guys, Chris Lopez from Kettlebell and one of my favorite kettlebell ab exercises is the Renegade Row. Now, prior to me throwing anybody onto a Renegade Row initially, there's a few progressions that we'd have to make or that we start out with in terms of making sure that their abs are strong enough to be able to handle the anti-rotational forces involved with the Renegade Row. The first progression that I use with my clients is just a standard side plank. And so this will help them strengthen their obliques and really focus on keeping their abdominal stability. So with a side plank, you want to make sure that you're completely straight from the top, middle of your head, through your nose, all the way down to your midline, and holding that for time. Ideally, I like 1 minute. And so you do that on both sides. I like to start out with the non-dominant side first, and then match that time with the dominant side until you get up to about a minute. After that, based on Stuart McGill's findings, we're going to go into an opposite hip touch, or a hand-to-hand. So it's kind of like a Renegade Row in that you set up in a push-up position, bracing your abs, and you're going to anti-rotate, or prevent your body from rotating by keeping your glutes nice and tight and bracing your abs, and you're just going to touch one hip and then the other hip, making sure that you're not rotating through. And so with this exercise, much like a Renegade Row, the further apart your feet are, the easier it's going to be because the more stable you are. So you have a bigger pillar. After that, we get into a standard Renegade Row, and so we've got our two kettlebells here. And with this exercise, you're going to focus on bracing your abs the exact same way, tightening up, and then rowing one bell up, bracing, and then on the other side. So that's a standard Renegade Row. And then after that, the progression that I like to make is adding a push-up to it. So you can get a push and a pull sequence into this as well. So brace, push up, then one row, and then the other. And then the final progression, now I'm going to move the bells over so that you can see this, is a death crawl. And so with the death crawl, you're going to push up and then row and move the weight forward, and then push up again while your hands are in a staggered position. So if I'm in this position here, I'm going to push up, row once, push that weight forward, row again, or push up again, then row, bring the weight forward. And so as you can see, I'm slowly moving forward into a crawl, and that's called the death crawl. So those are different versions of Renegade Rows that I like to use with my clients, and that I think that you can use where you can incorporate ab work with your kettlebell training.